Hey. What is up? What's going on? What's happening? How is your world today, my friends? Steve Devon. Good to be with you. Appreciate you checking out this video. Here's a question, and it's one we've asked before. Do you struggle sometimes reaching your goals? Do you set a goal that you would love to achieve and somehow get bogged down along the way? Well, I think a lot about this because I have some goals that I'd like to reach. And I read a couple of articles in the past couple of days that really struck me as revealed to me at least, two surprising obstacles to success. At least it occurred to me, and I think in my life it is. So I thought I would share those with you because both of them really, I'll be honest with you, when I thought about it, I was a little, shocked, dumbfounded, kind of surprised at the very least about both these, because on the surface they would appear to be traits or strategies, or they would appear to be good things. Matter of fact, somebody mentioned either one of these to me in a certain way. I would say that I would definitely not go, well, that's what's hindering you. And I would almost say, hey, I think that's a good thing. So, but really, I think there may be keeping us from reaching our goals. So, let's get to it. Number one was, I almost went for number two first, but number one is perfectionism. Now, perfectionism, I think a lot of it, at least for me, is built around the whole be all you can be, go after it, give it all you got kind of thing. I've heard that so much that I think sometimes I want it to, when I'm on my way to a goal, I want it to be exactly the way it should be. But I want to read you a quote. I actually saw this on an article from a website called Quartz, Quartz, and it was about a conference that happened in New York City, but it was by a criminal justice reform activist named Topeka Sam. And so here it is. The first step to achieving anything you want to achieve is to just start doing it and not worry that you are not good enough or that you don't have permission to do it. See, I think a lot of times, here's what I think happens. When we set a goal, we obviously have a number of steps to get, to do before we get there. So I think with perfectionism, one of the big issues is, so we're doing the first step, right? Here I have to do these 5 things to reach my goal. We start doing the first one, and it's okay, but we think we can do it better, right? So we can, we kind of refine it. We say, let's make sure we get this right before we move on. And it keeps us from moving to step 2. The example, and this really struck me, the example that the author of the article gave was writing a novel. She said that she started to write a novel. She's got through part of it, but every time she's written like the first part of the novel. So every time she wants to go to the next part. So she opens up the document, and then she'll read what she's already written, and she'll see something that she wants to change. She'll say, oh, I could say that a little better. So she'll fix that, and she'll edit that a little bit, and she'll come to another part and say, well, you know, that dialogue might, you know, needs some work, and so she'll do that, and so she'll never get to the next chapter. She'll just so when we're perfectionists, sometimes it'll just keep us stuck in the early steps to on the steps towards reaching our goal. So if you think about it as a maybe a staircase, you know, we only get to the 2 steps, and we might have, you know, 5 or 6 to get to where we want to be. And so don't get stuck in being things having to be perfect all the way. So the first surprising obstacle is perfectionism. The second one, and this one, what really was surprising to me, was setting ambitious goals. So, I mean, you wouldn't think. I mean, that's what we all want to do, right? Dream big, you know, set a high mark and go for it, man. The problem is when we set at least an overly ambitious goal, like the catchword for a while was BHAG, big, hairy, audacious goals, BHAGs. So, but the problem is if we set such a high bar that we will get, even if we're moving forward, it will seem like we're not getting anywhere, right? So, to use the staircase example, say we say, oh, I want to get to the 39th floor. You know, if we might take 15 or 20 steps, we might have gone a good ways, but we're just maybe not even to the 2nd or 3rd floor, and we're going like, oh my goodness, I've got to get to the 39th floor. There was a great scene in the movie Ghostbusters where they're walking up the steps, and because they have to do that to get to the top of the building, and they're going like, what floor are we on now? You know, so if we set goals that are just like, you know, too out of reach, even if we're making progress, we won't, you know, we'll have a tendency to give up. We won't want to, you know, we want to say, well, good gracious, I'm never going to get there. So let's just throw this, and, you know, forget it. I'm not going to get there. So those are the two, to me at least, surprising obstacles to success. Number 1 was perfectionism. Number 2 was setting overly ambitious goals. So I hope that helps you. And I actually have 5 more or 5 tips that will help you reach your goals, to help you set and achieve goals, set achievable goals, and then achieve them. So just reach out to me. I'll be glad to share those with you. And I hope you got some value out of this, and I hope you have a great week. I know you're going to crush it coming up. Hope you've also had a good weekend, of course, and you're ready for a excellent week. And always remember, in the immortal words of Winnie the Pooh, that you are braver than you believe, you're stronger than you seem, and you're smarter than you think. See you next time.